back to Rev Render Garage. I am Sean, and today we are going to talk about some easy scooter maintenance to keep your scooter running or your bike running throughout the winter. So when summertime comes, you are ready to roll. One of the biggest problems that people have is their battery dies over the winter. One of the things you can do to combat that is get what's called a battery tender, sometimes referred to as a trickle charger. What this will do is it'll keep your battery at the optimum charge level. One of the things you can do to make this, trickle chargers will come with like alligator clips, but getting to your battery is not always easy to go and just hook onto the two terminals. So what I'm going to show you how to do is make a nice clean mounting spot for one of these plugs. It will be connected directly to your battery. So this is an Optimate 1. I will put a link to this in the description. The one thing that you'll note, like on the back, it comes with the ability to connect it directly up to your battery. And it also has a hardwired battery plug. Problem with this hardwired battery plug is it doesn't have any mounting capabilities. And what we're going to do today is actually mount it into the battery box. So I will include a link to the plugs that I purchased separately from this kit, which will allow us to mount them. On the front, it does tell you what it's used for. I think it's a little ridiculous that they don't just say you can use it for anything but a boat and a car. But then again, there's no three-wheeler listed on here. So maybe that's why they had to signify each vehicle separately. Sorry, Shred 80. I guess you can't use this on any three-wheelers, buddy. I'm going to show you on the other two scooters, one of my Gen 1 Mad Dogs over here, which I actually refer to this affectionately as Mad Dog. I decided to mount it down here underneath. It looks like a great spot. You can't see it, but the nice thing about it is it's hidden from eye. It's easy to get to. The only problem is shock tower post comes over and knocks this plug out when you turn it to the right. Eventually, one of these times, I'm going to just break this plug apart and I'm going to crack this, which is not fun because they're not easy to repair, nor are they easy to find. And if you do, they're a little expensive. Let's go and show you what I did on my other Gen 1 Mad Dog, which I affectionately call Bruiser. I chose a spot down here, right above the triple tree, but it mounts on this little spot below where the horn is. And it's completely out of the way. When the plug is in there, this will not pull it out. So turning the handlebars has no effect on it. And I think that's the same thing I'm going to go for on this blue Gen 5 project scooter. So the first thing we need to do to get this going is we need to disassemble the battery box and just basically pull this off. Okay, you can see that we have gotten the battery box off and we are now able to see our battery. So the next thing we need to do is go and prepare our plug. Okay, let's get to it. I think we have everything we need. We've got some simple wire connectors. We've got our plug. And what I'm doing with this is I'm just extending the wires to give us more length to get it to the battery from where I'd like to mount it. Shrink tube. We are going to need wire strippers, bam, lighter, some flush cuts. Okay, so let's get to it. Cue the time lapse. We have our connector. So we're going to go and get this figured out as to where it will mount on the actual bike. And we'll get it all mounted on there, wired up to the battery, and then we'll test it. Okay, we've got our wiring harness. The battery box has been removed. We have chosen the location of where we want this to go. I have got a handy dandy Dremel with a little cutting bit on it, as well as a kind of micro Dremel with just something I'm going to use to cut the screw holes with. So with that, let's get started on getting the hole for this cut. And the plan of attack is just to, I already know that this block that we have to fit into is 22 millimeters by 14 millimeters. So it doesn't need to be exact because you've got a lip around it that's going to cover any imperfections. We just need to make sure we have enough room to get those screw holes in there. Okay, you can see that we are making our nice little kind of rectangular hole. We still need quite a bit more to be removed. As you can see, we're going to need to fit that in there. So let's continue. can see that we have got the hole cut out for it. I've got pilot holes here as you look when we put this in. How nice that fits. So now we're going to get that screwed in. So it's mounted from the front. We'll reconnect the light, and then we'll take care of wiring it from the other side to the battery. I know it sounds a little anal, but these two screws, when you look at them from the front, using these to mount Trickle Charger plug, they're silver, chrome, whatever you want to call them. I don't like it. So I'm going to take a few minutes and go out of my way to powder coat them to match what's been done on the bike already. And then we don't have to come back and update this later. Okay, now that we've got the plug fitting in there, we've decided that the chrome screws that we're using to mount it just don't look good. Not everything has to be perfect all the time, but if you can make it perfect, why not? And it satisfies my art brain tremendously. So we are powder coating those screws. As we speak, they are in the oven. What I'm gonna do now is continue getting the wiring connected up to the battery here. Okay, got the bolts or the nuts out of the oven, and I'm just kind of taking a look at them here with it mounted. You can see how much better that looks. It just looks so much better. Cap it up here. Boom. Look at that. You're riding. No one's going to know you got a trickle charger there because it's badass and it's hidden. So I just happen to have a trickle charger plugged in right here. Let's see what happens when we plug this in. And look at that, folks. We've got a yellow light indicating that it is now tending to our battery. Nothing's going to interfere with it. No one's going to see it. Hey there, we're going to wrap up another episode of Rev Render Garage. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you see. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and more importantly, don't forget to share these videos and tell all your friends. Until next time, Rev Render Garage says goodbye.